So today we're gonna get our haircut here in Cambodia, and I think it's about 10,000 Cambodian real. It's like $2.50 as far as I remember, and we're gonna see how it works out.
You get this?
Yes, of course. So we're also gonna make the top shorter now, all around package here, and he's doing it really good, but unfortunately he doesn't speak much English, but I think that's a lot of the times the problems here in Cambodia, but at least we can communicate through protest, so everything's gonna be fine. So we're gonna bust the cut up top now, so we're gonna have a real buzz cut.
No, you look like a Briton.
I look like a Briton with this haircut. It's really popular in Britain right now.
Central C.
How old are you, my friend? How old? Oh, no English, unfortunately. Would love to communicate with all these guys, but it's really hard.
Really funny.
Yeah, they're really nice people, but it's hard. Barely a few speak English here. So guys, we're finished with the haircut now, and as you saw in the haircut video, it's quite hard to see. The people here don't speak English at all, basically, and it's strange to see because like it runs through the whole city. As you can see, it looks quite modern, a lot of skyscrapers and everything, but on the other side there's like these huge complexes who are not even finished and who are never going to be finished actually. And the problem is basically this city is like a Chinatown here in Cambodia.
Yes, look at the signs. Every sign is Chinese. And the crazy thing is that you can clearly see that the Chinese here have the money. And for example, here's a Maybach, a Mercedes Maybach. I don't know if you know, guys, but for the car people, you will know, expensive car. And I quite saw like 8, 9 of them, and in Germany I literally saw my whole life like 2 Maybachs, and here in the city with 90,000 people living here, I saw 8 Maybachs in 4 days. It's crazy. Yeah. And yeah, it's quite hard to see because when you see like this, unfinished hotels, unfinished buildings everywhere, casinos as you can see here in the back, and then always here like these unfinished buildings, and it's crazy. Here so many banks, and it really looks like an unfinished city and an unplanned city, because it's so different and so I don't know how to say it. I never saw a city like this. Like they started building some crazy hotels, crazy casinos, and then they realized, oh, we need to have money for this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
a big problem also is like Chinese people here. They came. It's like was one of the biggest Chinese tourist destinations actually. Cambodian people told us this, and now due to COVID, a lot of Chinese people just went away, and like they left everything unfinished here. As you can see, like everything is in Chinese, and all those buildings are Chinese owned. So
it's basically a little Chinatown, a big Chinatown in Cambodia.
And the Cambodian people just live in the town, but most of the Cambodian people unfortunately don't have the money to stay in, so to support this kind of living. So they have to live in little like trash huts.
Yes, like the complex barber where we were. They do everything. They did like barber. They had a shop. They had a car wash, a motorcycle wash. Like it's
massages.
They do really everything to earn a little bit money, and I think that's a really good mindset. But it's hard to see when somebody here drives a Maybach for, I don't know, 400,000 euros, and on the other side there are people like need to cut hair for like 1 to 2 euro. Yeah. The I don't know how to say it. The difference between rich and poor here is big, and it's never where we were in Cambodia was the same like this. In Siem Reap it was like you saw Okay, there's Angkor Wat. They have big tourism here, but here's like they don't have so much tourism, so...
Not at all, yeah.
Yes.
Like European tourists or Western tourists at all, there are none here. Like we saw maybe 5 or 6 white guys, and they were all just like expats, I think it's called. Like they were like 50 or something
living
like
here.
that, and they're living here. And if you have like German insurance or something like this, you can live here easily because it's really cheap.
Yes.
But
our lifestyle is like we have a nice condo with a pool, we can show you later, and it's like about 25 euros, which is not that cheap, but the lifestyle here is so cheap. And we go eat for 2 times a day for very less money, so for like 20 euros for food every day, and we eat like kings, like really good. And the Cambodian food is also very nice, a little bit different than the Thai food, but we like it. It's also a little bit spicy, but it's good. And yeah, the lifestyle here is pretty chill. The people are so kind, even more kind than in Thailand. Yes, so we like it, but it's strange to see a city like this because we didn't quite know when we came here why this looks like. But then we googled a little bit, and it's really because of Corona and all the Chinese people which invested very much money here and then just left, and now we can see that's the solution of them leaving.
yeah, and the whole city looks like it. You can't imagine, like at our condo, for example, we can show you later. You come out of the door, there's a huge unfinished building, and there's like trash everywhere because the government can't support like cleaning stuff and everything, because the government is really poor here, unfortunately. Because
look here, my bag.
yeah, and
It's a crazy car. It's like so long. It's a S-Class Mercedes and even tuned, and I guess, I don't know, 300,000
euros.
So it's
yeah.
hard. It's crazy to see and to imagine.
And on the other hand, when we come with a $100 bill
Yes.
and want to change it, you
Yes.
can't pay nowhere. Like
Yes.
it's so crazy. It's so differentiated. It's
And
not-
look, there's even a Rolls Royce behind in the back. Crazy. You see here.
It doesn't stop. It's
crazy.
really not fair to see the difference, and
Yes.
it's like how
It's
can
for-
the Cambodian people survive or live here a good life
Yes.
when this inflation in the economy exists? It's like not good.
Yes, and really, it's for us the first time seeing such a big difference on our trip. I mean, we're 2 guys from Germany. We never, in Germany you never see things like that, and in Egypt it was like not like big difference between rich and poor. Also difference, but not as that you can see it as hard. And here is the first time we realized, wow, we drive from our condo, which is also not in a good area, where you can see people always hanging on street and children who have to work all time and so. And then you come here in the city and here like Maybachs, Rolls Royce, fancy casinos, fancy hotels. Yes, and it's hard to see, but I guess that's the way how it works. And yes, we try to make the best out of it, and we support. We found a little restaurant, which is a really local restaurant, which is very cheap, but
The whole family works there.
the whole
like,
family, yes.
The children, all of their kids work there with them, and they all support each other. So we decided we're just gonna eat there like every day. I know
It's gonna be 200 euros when we eat there 9 days, 2 times a day.
It sounds lame, but the food is really good and the people are so nice. So we thought like, okay, this is our
Support them.
this is our spot. It's 4 minutes from our condo away, so we can't complain.
And they're so nice to us, really. And we teach them a little bit English.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see how the city is gonna look like in 5 years or something like
Yes.
that. Because
It has big potential.
Huge potential.
It's near to the sea, beautiful beaches, but they're beautiful islands like Korong. But I think it's just a lack of money, I guess.
Yeah, and hopefully, I really wish that if the Chinese people come back, because right now the Chinese tourists are not really coming as much as they used to.
Because they don't leave their country because of Corona.
Yeah, and so maybe if the investors come back and push the city all up, because with all the unfinished buildings get finished, this city would look like Bangkok. Like, to be honest, there's so many nice skyscrapers and nice projects. If all of this gets done, then this city is going to be really, really nice modern city.
With big potential, yes.
Yeah, with good economy also, but we don't know how it's going to be. But maybe we come back in 10 years or something like that, and then it's going to be all different here.
I would love to, because the people here are like everywhere in Cambodia. Cambodia, I have to say, is so far the nicest country from the people here. The people are so friendly, so honest, and try to make the best out of every situation, like literally. And yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to experience. So we're now giving you, and as you can see, guys, here are so many tuk-tuk drivers. I never saw in my life so many tuk-tuk drivers who have nobody to drive, and I think that's why, because there were so many tourists here, Chinese tourists. But after the Corona crash, I guess every Chinese tourist were gone, and they now have no jobs, nobody to drive. But I have to say, the tuk-tuk drivers here are not annoying. They're not just like, they shoot their shot, they say like, you wanna drive with me? But very kind and nice. And if you tell them no, sorry, I don't want, then he's okay, thank you, have a nice day. And that's like really nice, because in Egypt it was like, no, I don't want to drive tuk-tuk with you. Brother, why not? They got mad, but it was funny, so I don't get it wrong. But yes, really nice. And here, look, fancy building with Chinese gold signs.
Another casino.
And another casino, as you can see here. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like Las Vegas here. There's so many casinos, and
in front of the casinos always crazy cars.
Yes, crazy cars like M6 here, Panamera, a Land Rover. It's crazy. And then on the other side it's like a trash, like unfinished buildings, and
also a lot of like animals.
There are
wild goats here, wild chicken, wild dogs, wild cats, and wild monkeys, like everywhere. Like, we literally the other day we were walking around, and then there just came 7 goats in a little herd, and then just was walking over a little grass area here in the middle of the city, like wild goats you never see.
Yes, and look at this, every building has Chinese signs on it. It's like all made for Chinese people, like supermarkets, hairdresser, casinos, and all that stuff. Yes, but it's a quite nice experience, because it's like so different than the other cities here in Cambodia, and all the other cities we also went in Thailand. The Chinese influence is really big. I never imagined that. Yeah, but it makes sense. It makes sense because they have a good economy, they have good money, so they come here because
it's not far
cheap,
from China. Yeah,
because it's cheap, it's not far, and you can live a good life, I guess. It's like the same when the Germans, I don't know, go to Mallorca, do their party there. Wow, and here you can see unfinished building, unfinished building, unfinished building, unfinished building, casino. And it's like crazy.
And the whole city looks like that.
Yes. And here then you can see golden signs and big cars.
Again, big cars, yeah.